friends, come on in, grab your coffee and your notebook, and let's sit together as we open John chapter 2 today, the whole chapter. And this chapter shows us two very different sides of Jesus: his kindness at a wedding and his righteous anger in the temple. You're in for a thing. This is the first recorded miracle of Jesus' life and ministry. In Jesus' time, weddings were a massive thing. They were a week-long celebration. Many people were invited, and it was a huge honor to host everyone. And running out of wine would be very embarrassing for the wedding couple and their families. So it would basically break the unwritten rules of hospitality. Jesus saved this family's reputation by turning water into the best wine. He cared about their joy and their good name, and Jesus' main mission was to save the world, but he still took time to celebrate at the wedding. We should never think that our work or ministry is so important that we don't stop to celebrate and visit with other people. Social occasions are great ways to connect with your community, and they are perfect soil for sharing the gospel. Now, Mary didn't directly ask Jesus to do a miracle. She was his mother, and according to tradition, Joseph had already died at that time. So Jesus, being the oldest son, she relied on him. So she simply made him aware of the problem, probably like she had done many times before when she needed help. And when we run into a problem, whether we think we can solve it or not, we should run to Jesus for help. We might think that we know exactly how he should fix it, but his way is always better than our way. So when the disciples saw Jesus turn the water into wine, they believed him. This miracle proved that Jesus has authority over nature. His ministry was all about helping others, and that's exactly what he did here. Miracles show God's power to renew fallen creation, making the blind see, the lame walk, and the dead rise. And when God meets our needs, it is a miracle. Even the everyday needs that he provides for us are miracles that we can be grateful for. While Jesus was in Jerusalem for Passover, he went to the temple, and the temple was incredibly crowded, but even more so because of the religious leaders who allowed merchants and money changers to set up shop in the court of the Gentiles. That court was the only place Gentiles could come to worship God, since the rest of the temple was only for Jews. With all the buying and selling and noise, it was impossible for Gentiles to pray or draw closer to God. You can't just imagine. And that's why Jesus was so upset. People were being hindered from the very thing that the temple was meant for, worshiping God. The place that was supposed to help people come near to God was being turned into a marketplace to make money for the leaders and the merchants. Jesus' anger was righteous and directed at the sin. He did not chase them out with uncontrolled rage. He did not sin in his anger, and he did not whip people. This is a good example for us. It is right to be angry at injustice and sin, but it's not okay to be angry at personal trivial offenses. In fact, we should pray that the Lord will show mercy to our enemies and overcome evil with good. John chapter 2 shows us that Jesus cares about the small joys in life, like weddings, and he also cares deeply about the purity of worship. He meets practical needs, and he protects what is holy. So let us learn from this too. Let's celebrate with others, run to Jesus with every problem, And let's stand up for what is right without sinning in our anger. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this chapter has encouraged you to bring your problems to Jesus, or it reminded you to protect what is holy, would you please share this video with a friend? God willing, I will see you tomorrow for the next part of John. And until then, keep turning to Jesus with every single need. He cares and He has the power to help. And remember, you are deeply, deeply loved. Shalom, shalom.